Sister, may we begin?
Yes.
We begin then.
Yes.
Yes, we begin now, Chinya.
The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. A very good morning and a warm welcome to everyone, especially our esteemed guest, Sister Monica Suchiang, who has been the director of the Kolkata Mary Ward Social Center since 2014. We are also very glad to welcome Sister Agnes for our program.
May I now invite our respected principal, Sister Clara, to welcome Sister Monica Suchiang to Loreto Elliott Road.
Good morning, respected Sister Agnes, Sister Monica, coordinators, teachers, and my dear students. It's my great pleasure to welcome Sister Monica Suchiang in our midst to thank God for all that she does for the humanity. And we are also grateful that we are part with KFW. Even during this pandemic, with the help of Sister Monica, we were able to distribute food for the needy people as well as those who were affected by COVID-19. Not only this, she also gives us a lot of help towards the school, towards the needy students and parents. We were only thinking how we can render this gratitude to Sister Monica. So once I heard that she has been completing her 25 years in religious life, so I thought this is a great opportunity for us to thank God and thank Sister Monica, for all that she is. And Sister, we are extremely happy to be collaborate with you. You give us a lot of energy. Our students are always willing to do something for the humanity. Sometimes we are stuck. That's where you help us to move forward. So thank you so much. And we hope that your time being here in a short while will experience what we want to tell you from the Loreto Elliott Road family. So with this, I welcome her warmly to our family. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister. Now, let us commence the program by invoking the presence of the Almighty among us.
So I now request Ma'am Honda and Mrs. Nandini Bhattacharjee to offer her with bouquet and the token of a small token from our side.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, you can proceed.
I invoke you not, O Lord, to guard me against all perils, but make me brave enough to face them.
Console me not when I am riven by misery. Bestow on me instead the power to rise above anguish and pain.
If no one comes to the fore to lend a hand when I'm mired in difficulties, let my strength not forsake me. Even when my life is in a shambles, I'm stripped of everything and surrounded on all sides by deceit and deception. Let my heart not take that as defeat.
I do not pray for succor when my life hits the tempest, but fortitude to effortlessly breeze through.
Do not comfort me by lightening my burden. Rather, bless me to brave it out against all odds and carry on resolutely.
I shall know and recognize you, my Lord, in my days of prosperity, in my darkest nights when hostility lashes me violently. Let me not ever doubt your presence.
বিপদে মোরে রক্ষা করো এ নহে মোর প্রার্থনা বিপদে আমি না যেন করি ভয় বিপদে মোরে রক্ষা করো এ নহে মোর প্রার্থনা বিপদে আমি না যেন করি ভয় দুঃখ তাপে ব্যথিত চিতে নাই বা দিলে সান্ত্বনা দুঃখে যেন করিতে পারি জয় বিপদে মোরে রক্ষা করো এ নহে মোর প্রার্থনা বিপদে আমি না যেন করি ভয় সহায় মোর না যদি জুটে নিজের বল না যেন টুটে সহায় মোর না যদি জুটে নিজের বল না যেন টুটে সংসারেতে ঘটিলে ক্ষতি লোভিলে শুধু বঞ্চনা নিজের মনে না যেন মানি ক্ষয় বিপদে মোরে রক্ষা করো এ নহে মোর প্রার্থনা বিপদে আমি না যেন করি ভয় আমারে তুমি করিবে ত্রাণ এ নহে মোর প্রার্থনা তরিতে পারি শকতি যেন রয় আমার ভার লাঘব করি নাই বা দিলে সান্ত্বনা বহিতে এমনই যেন হয়। আমারে তুমি করিবে ত্রাণ, এ নহে মোর প্রার্থনা, তরিতে পারি শপথে যেন রয়। আমার ভার লাঘব করে নাই বা দিলে সান্ত্বনা, বহিতে পারি এমনই যেন রয়। নম্র শিরে সুখের দিনে তোমারি মুখ লইব চিনে, নম্র শিরে সুখের দিনে তোমারি মুখ লইব চিনে, দুঃখের রাতে লিখিল ধরা যেদিন করে বঞ্চনা, তোমাকে আনু না করি সংশয়। বিপদে মোরে রক্ষা করো, এ নহে মোর প্রার্থনা, বিপদে আমি না যেন করি ভয়।
Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, that you do unto me. Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, that you do unto me. When I was hungry, you gave me to eat. When I was thirsty, you gave me to drink. Now enter into the home of my Father. Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, that you do unto me. Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, that you do unto me.
That was indeed very soulful. Now, I think we all would like to know more about Sister Monica Suchiang. So, I request our junior school coordinator, Mrs. P. Cazzo, to introduce Sister Monica to us.
Today is surely a day of joy and thanksgiving for the Loreto family. We have gathered here today to celebrate and to give thanks for the gift of Sister Monica Suchiang. A very good morning, sisters, teachers, and students. A very warm welcome to each one of you to the Silver Jubilee celebration of Sister Monica Suchiang. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Sister Monica and the impactful contribution she has made to the society. And put herself and put herself at the service of that, yes, as you celebrate all that has happened over the last 12. Sister Monica entered the ministry on 1st of June 1996 and took her final vow on the 13th of June 2007. We want to join the rest of the Loreto family in conveying our heartfelt wishes to you, dear sister, As you mark this special occasion in your ministry, it has been a long journey, but with the love of God and His unfailing grace, you have reached where you are today. Our prayer is that He who started His good work in you will bring it to completion as well. Keep trusting in Him. God bless you always, and congratulations on your Silver Jubilee celebration. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss. Now, before we get into the main program, we would like to congratulate Sister Monica on completing 25 years of her journey and religious life as a daughter of Mary Ward.
The Student Council, as the representative body of the Elia students, has prepared a small program as a token of gratitude for you, sister. We ardently hope that you have a great time with us.
As we all know, music gives soul to the universe, wings to the mind, and life to everything. So up next is a medley of songs.
किसी हंसी किसी खुशी इतना सा टुकड़ा चांद का ख्वाब के तिनको से चंद बनाए आशिया किसी हंसी किसी खुशी इतना सा टुकड़ा चांद का ख्वाब के तिनको से चंद बनाए आशिया दबे पाँव से आए हौले हौले जिंदगी फोटो पे कुंडी चढ़ा के हम ताले लगा के चल गुमसुम तराने चुप के गाए आधी आधी बात ले अगर दिल की ये जमीन थोड़ा सा तेरा सा होगा थोड़ा मेरा भी होगा
खुशी इतनी सी खुशी इतना सा टुकड़ा चांद का ख्वाबों के तिनकों से चल बनाए राशिया छोटा सा छोटी सी आशा मस्ती भरी मन की गोली सी आशा चांद तारों को छूने की आशा आसमानों में उड़ने की आशा एक छोटा सा छोटी सी आशा मस्ती भरी मन की गोली सी आशा चांद तारों को छूने की आशा आसमानों में उड़ने की आशा एक छोटा सा छोटी सी आशा Oh Carol, I am but a fool. Darling, I love you. Though you treat me cruel, you hurt me and you make me cry. But if you leave, I will surely die. Darling, there will never be another, 'cause I love you so. Don't ever leave me, tell you'll never go. I will always want you for my sweetheart, no matter what you do. Oh, Carol, I'm so loving with you. Oh, Carol, I am but a fool. Darling, I love you. Though you treat me cruel, you hurt me and you make me cry. But if you leave me, I will surely die. Darling, there will never be another, 'cause I love you so. Don't ever leave me, tell you'll never go. I will always want you for my sweetheart, no matter what you do. Oh, Carol, I'm so loving with you. Thank you.
That was truly brilliant. And up next is a PowerPoint presentation about the different social works that Sister Monica has done throughout her life. Sister Monica has done more than one could imagine in her 25 years of serving. She has taught and taken care of hostels in her early years in Darjeeling, Nepal, Sikkim, and Shillong.
She has also been the principal of Loreto and Tally. But who said a principal cannot be a student of law? After this, she has been the director of the Association of Bengal Collaborators Development and the Kolkata Mary Ward Social Centre. And the list goes on and on. We could even make a short story out of it. But don't worry, we won't put you through that. Instead, lend us your eyes, and we'll take you with us through her wonderful journey.
It's 3 a.m. and she bolts from her sleep. Shivering and scared, she's trying to breathe. Sweat trickles down her neck. With shaky hands, she clutches onto the frame of her bed. The demons are still lingering in her head. She needs to save herself from the bloodthirsty monsters. She has to fight her nightmares. So she starts to delicately lay her snares.
It is the middle of June and the sun is set ablaze. The sky is light blue and clear. The few small clouds lingering offer no protection from it. A 7-year-old boy sits outside. He is thin and stiff. His cheekbones are protruding, his skin as thin as paper. He stares ahead into a day full of labor. With torn clothes and scratched feet, he works on the brick fields. He carries bricks and stacks them on top of each other. His drooping shoulders and malnourished body makes her shudder. Devastated, she decides to scrub off all the stains that plague his life, to free him from this pain.
Her mind travels to a dark and dingy place that stinks of dirt, of foul and putrid air and shattered homes. Or at least, that's how the story goes. It homes women who try to run away from their wretched lives just to land in a place that is so stigmatized. Children there are deprived of their right to laugh and to play. Their existence is disregarded, their childhood snatched away. She decides to give them equality and their rightful share of happiness and love, their future and the equal status they deserve.
She feels a tap on her shoulder, turns around to see a man completely deprived of humanity and justice. His legs are numb, blind in one eye. He begs for money, for food, for water, just something that can help him survive. His voice is raspy. He speaks Bengali, but his dialect is very different. That shouldn't come off as a shock, for there are many voices that you'd never listen. The lantern flame flickers as they eat cold leftovers. It is only in the afternoon that they have proper sight. So she decides to share with them the secrets of the sun, builds solar panels to provide them with energy, to show that they have us.
The air slowly rises. A turbulent storm is brewing. The strong wind gushes in, ravaging homes, uprooting trees. But luckily, there are no men to fight the storm or face the wrath of the merciless seas.
Her furiously beating heart slows down, and one by one, every cell relaxes. The sun peeks in through the blinds of the window. It's 6 a.m. in the morning now. The mellifluous song of the birds fills the room. The lilting music puts her to sleep.
There are too many ghosts that haunt our world. The people are way too weak. Her goal is set. She is sure of what she aspires to achieve. For no mother should ever have to see her child brutalized. No friend should lose her friendship to trauma.
No childhood days should be spent sharpening a knife. No one should go to bed with an empty stomach at night. No brother should ever lose his sister. The nation should never be so sinister. You should not hear sirens or gut-wrenching screams. To weave a ray of sunshine in the fabric of our life, that's what she dreams.
Sister's works have been so inspiring. Sister, you are truly a role model for us, and we all hope to be able to follow in your footprints someday. We have often heard that dance is a way of being a more powerful and a more beautiful version of ourselves. So up next we present a dance performance.
झोंके आज मौसमों से रूठ गए, गुलों की शोखियाँ जो भंवरे आके लूट गए। बदल रही है आज जिंदगी की चाल जरा, इसी बहाने क्यों न मैं भी दिल का हाल जरा सवार लूं, सवार लूं।
was so graceful, isn't it?
It truly was. And as we all know, feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. And Sister Monica has allowed us to collaborate with the Kolkata Merryworth Social Center on a couple of her projects. And so, we would like to take this opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude to her through a poem, Gratitude Stones.
This little pouch of burlap holds more than rock and stone. It's got a little bit of magic for you and you alone. How it works is simple, but each one on display. Somewhere you will find it as you go throughout your day. Stick one in a kitchen drawer or on your bedroom stand. Put one in your pocket to keep it close at hand. Place one on a shelf or desk. Place one in your car. Just anywhere you'll notice it, no matter where you are. And every time you see a stone, this is what you do. Think of something in your life that means a lot to you. It only must be something that you seldom bring to mind. The things you take for granted because you have them all the time. Make sure each thought is different, a most important part. And take about 10 seconds to feel thankful in your heart. And soon, before you know it, the magic will take place. And every day you'll find you have a smile upon your face. Who knew life could get much better by a small stone on a shelf? But that's how being grateful works. Just try it for yourself.
That was really so meaningful.
It indeed was. Now, as we come towards the end of our program, I request Sister Monica Suchiang'S to say a few words.
Good afternoon, Sister Clara, Sister Agnes, teachers, and my dear students. Thank you very much for this beautiful thought and beautiful and meaningful gesture from Sister Clara and the teachers and you dear students. Thank you for this beautiful thought, and it will stay a very long time in my heart. I was telling Sister Clara this morning and Nandini ma'am that for the last 10 years that I have been here in the social center, my life has been all the time giving. And today, after a very long time, sitting here and watching and listening that somebody is doing for me. Thank you very much. Sorry for that. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Okay, so where shall I begin? Thank you for the beautiful prayer that you invoke God's blessing on me. This prayer that you have put up, I felt that every line was meant for me. Thank you very much. And your presentations and beautiful songs and the dance, yes, I love singing, I love dancing. But for the last 10 years, sometimes I have forgotten how to sing and how to dance. Yeah, so thank for that beautiful and the poem. It's beautiful. And looking at those photographs, I don't know how Sister Clara have got those, those photographs. So thank you for every child who have performed today. Thanks to your parents and your teachers who have helped you to do the recording and helped you to put this up online. And thank you for the lovely weather, though the cloud world is dark and dull, but the technology is, your Wi-Fi is good, so thanks to that. Looking back for these 25 years, according to the book of Leviticus in the Gospel, it says that we look backwards what we have done, and we look forward what we are aiming to do for. But for me at this moment, sharing this joy with you, I would like to celebrate this 25 years of this particular moment at this moment. Because looking back, I may feel that, okay, I have done a lot. And looking forward, it may not be a good thing to look forward, because especially with this COVID-19. And the present moment, at the moment, is beautiful. At the moment with Sister Clara and the teachers and you students. Yes, 25 years, it wasn't an easy year for me, easy journey. There were times, I remember when I wanted to go back, because in any type of life, it's difficult, it's not easy. But however, this 25 years, I would say that this God whom I believe, for me, is a God, he is a very selfish God. You may ask me why so? This God is a selfish God for me, because the moment when I feel satisfied, the moment when I feel that, okay, I have done enough, but there, the selfish God is asking more and more, and is challenging me to take risk, to be daring. In many occasions, I have taken a lot of risk, and these risks, when I look back, they are beautiful risks, and they are full of satisfaction risks. And for you students, young students, if you have anything, or if you have your dreams in your mind, always put it out. Never feel scared, and never think of the consequences. I never think of the consequences. If I had to think for the consequences for the last 25 years, I wouldn't have made my life exciting and my life with happiness. Whatever I need to do, I listen to my gut level, and that has helped me. And of course, this God, this selfish God of mine, who had always trying to tell me something, to do something different, to be something different. And this, I keep it close to my heart. And one of the songs, the students may know the songs, or maybe of course the teachers. I always liked that song from a movie, the Aladdin stories, that you never stop dreaming. That song, it's a beautiful song, and that song, now and then I used to play that song, because in this social field, every day is trial and error basis, and there is no structure, and you have to try to do, and you have to imagining a lot of things in order to be creative in this social field. And we have tried to do that. I have tried to do that. And when I have tried to do that, most of the time it was always success, and it was always satisfaction. And yes, looking back, as the book of Leviticus says, Looking back, where God has walked along with me. Yes, without the selfish God, I wouldn't have managed to stay in Loreto, and I wouldn't have managed to do whatever I had done before. And today, with you together, I rejoice this 25 years, and I would like to remember my family members who have been very supportive for the last years of this journey, and friends, few friends I have who are, whether good or bad, they are always there, and many more people who have supported me. And also during this COVID-19, many people whom I'm very close with have died. I would like to remember them during this time with you. So perhaps maybe we could just close our eyes for 1 second to remember all the departed souls of people whom we know, whom we loved dearly, who have died during this COVID-19. Thank you. So once again, dear Sister Clara, Sister Agnes, teachers and you dear students, thank you for this gesture. As I said, it will remain in me for a long, long time. So thank you very much. And thank you for all those collaborations that we had right from Sister Marilla's time. I remember those days when we started to collaborate. The first thing what you students did was, you may not remember, but you had given us those flashcards for the Brickfield schools, and some of your teachers and students have gone to the Brickfield school. And on one occasion of the Children's Day, you had celebrated your Children's Day, you have sacrificed your Children's Day with our Brickfield students at Elliott Park here. And there were many, many occasions that you have collaborated, you have rendered your service. And now with Sister Clara, we've started during the COVID-19 with this fresh food cooked for the COVID patients and many other things. And your teacher, Nandini ma'am, has been always with us, right from the OBR time. And also, some of you may not know that Nandini ma'am is doing a lot of correction, editing of our annual report and any kind of publications that we have from the social center. So thank you everyone. Thank you Sister Clara and teachers and students and the group dean and the office staff. Thank you very much. May God bless you.
Thank you so much, sister, for your words of encouragement. May I now invite Mrs. N. Bhattacharjee to kindly deliver the vote of thanks.
Giving the vote of thanks on an occasion like this is a Herculean task. With that, I wish a very, very good morning to Sister Monica, and we are so blessed that you are here with us, Sister Clara. Of course, Sister Agnes, thank you so much for coming and joining us today for our online program celebrating Sisters Silver Jubilee. Thank you so much. Where do I begin with? And my first thoughts come that I need to thank the Almighty for giving us this opportunity to be able to know Sister Monica Suchiang'S closely. It is only with her association and our association that we've actually come to know firsthand what Kolkata Mary Ward Social Center is doing. And I think not too many schools can boast of this. So I do thank the Almighty for the gift of Sister Monica and giving us this opportunity to be with her. When we talk of Sister Monica and the journey of Kolkata Mary Ward Social Center in collaborating with Loreto Elliott Road, I have to thank Sister Clara for carrying on the super collaborative work that we have been doing over the last few years. Sister, even during the pandemic time, when COVID was, the second wave was hitting us, it was Sister Clara who said that let us join hands and do something, some service. It was a daunting task, but both the sisters, Sister Clara and Sister Monica, made it so much easier because the modalities were all worked out by them. So thank you, Sister, for giving us that support and giving us our children, the parents, the teachers who wanted to do something. So thank you, Sister Clara. And this gesture of yours of honoring Sister Monica, I think it's an unspoken lesson for us. So we've learned a lot from this kind gesture of yours. Thank you, Sister Clara. Before I proceed, I cannot personally forget what Sister Marilla did. It was Sister Marilla D'Souza, our former principal, who actually introduced Sister Monica to Kolkata Mary Ward Social Center. Her vision of doing service in society at large was, drove fruit only because of Sister Monica giving us the opportunity to go to the big field, to know what's happening in the Shonagachi area. We collected all our stuff and it was so gladly accepted. Sister, today not too many people like to accept, things because it's not supposed to be very kind today. But you have always been so very open and accepting and appreciative towards our efforts, whether it's the food ATM where we went. And there's so many things that we learned from you. Thank you. Coming to this program, as Sister has said, and after Sister doesn't really look good for me to say, but the prayer service under Mrs. Joyita Banerjee's guidance, despite all the online corrections that we had, ma'am really got her girls going. And the girls did a fabulous job, singing, dancing, and even the first shot where the diya and the candle was being lit. So poignantly done. The editing was superb. So thank you, Mrs. Banerjee, and your entire team of girls who worked behind the scenes with you for the prayer service. How can we move ahead without mentioning the singing component? And Sister was here, both the sisters were enjoying, and Sir Dominic, as always, you've been right through a solid support and promptly too in sending the clippings. Thank you so much, and thank you the young ones, young artists to be. You were too good. Thank you, girls. Dance, a very integral component. We can't forget and thank Mrs. Aruna Mondol to, quickly get the things going. She was open to suggestions. Thank you, ma'am, for this fantastic, putting together. Of course, ma'am Rima, I must thank you here as well for putting things together, even at the last minute when we wanted some changes. And the girls were so good. And there was nothing called stage fright. I mean, amazing, amazing. The MCs. My God, I would have got cold feet, once live, once recorded, but y'all were so good. The Student Council has always been very, very supportive, and what I like best is the silent way that they work. They've just barely finished with their exams. They're continuing with their classes, but I've never heard them say that, this is too much, we can't handle it. No, ma'am, we will do it. I wanted the re-editing. Re-editing will be done. So thank you, Shinjita and the entire Student Council for it. A little word of mention because it's very close to my heart. As Sister said, when I was looking at her annual report and editing it, every project gave me a different perspective to life. I was just sharing this with some of the Student Council here. And promptly, these two class 9 girls took it down. And another child came in from the Student Council, came up with this brilliant idea of putting slides with each project, and the original verse It was a self-composed one for every project. The way you gave your voiceover, it enhanced the entire presentation. So thank you so much, girls, for it. And the gratitude stones, Shinjita, thank you so much. Yes, her sister says everything was perfect. So thank you so much for all that you did. And sister, this program wouldn't have been possible had it not been for the technical team. We are, and we have a very strong team of the technical teachers who are always working behind the scenes. Mrs. Day, thank you so much. Miss Mazumdar, thank you. She was the one who was live streaming today. Ma'am Papia Nondi, thank you so much for helping us with the flyer and the technical thing. And Miss Ankita Shah, thank you for screen sharing. Unhindered program that we could watch, thanks to you. And thank you, our office staff, our dear coordinators, for always being here whenever we needed them. Thank you so much, sister, for being with us. Thank you. With that, I draw to a close today's event, and we do hope you made us feel special, and I hope in our little endeavor we could make you feel special, sister. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think we've come to the end of our program. So we can stop the live streaming, please. Thank you. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, everybody.